Hello, and welcome to my Pokemon Sword and Shield breeding guide. Because at this point, I do whatever I want with this channel. Pokemon Sword and Shield releasing on the Switch means that a lot of people who haven't touched Pokemon since its glory days on the Game Boy are picking it up again as fully functional adults. That means interests have changed, and a few people in my social circle have picked up an interest in breeding, but they have no idea how it works. This is going to be a very basic guide to Pokemon breeding. Something people are vaguely familiar with is that Pokemon are not all born equal. Anytime you catch a Pokemon, it gets random values assigned to it for each stat. Those are called IVs. These values will vary from 1 to 31, 31 being the best. So why do you breed? Breeding is the act of making a perfect baby Pokemon by manipulating their IVs. You'll usually want a male and female Pokemon to do so, but that's when Ditto comes in. Ditto will fuck with literally anything it fucking wants to. By default, when you leave 2 Pokemon at the daycare, the parents will always pass down 3 stats total randomly, which is why you usually want parents with good IVs. Additionally, every Pokemon is born with a nature. Natures will also provide a buff to one stat while debuffing another. That being said, you can use items to make breeding a little easier for you. Also know that your Pokemon's ability will be random, but having both parents with the ability you want for the baby will increase your chances of passing it down. For example, if I have a Tyranitar with Unnerve breeding with a Ditto, I may get a baby with Unnerve or Sandstream. It's not guaranteed. Your best friends here are gonna be the Everstone and the Destiny Knot. If you give these items to hold to your parents' Pokemon, they will have the following effects. The Destiny Knot will guarantee that the parents' Pokemon will pass down 5 of their stats total instead of 3, and the Everstone will guarantee that the nature of the Pokemon holding it will be passed down to the baby. So here's an example of how it works. I'm going to use my Ditto with 4 perfect IVs and give it a Destiny Knot. Then, as a second parent, I will use whatever Pokemon I'm trying to breed for my competitive team. Since it doesn't have the nature I want right now, I will not give it an Everstone. Then, I will breed until a baby with the right nature is born. Hatching eggs will take a while. The number of steps you need to take depends on the Pokemon type, bug types being really low, and dragon type being extremely high. Thankfully, you can use a Pokemon with Flame Body in your party to reduce this number of steps considerably. Once all my eggs are hatched, I will review them all with the Judge feature in the Pokemon box, which you can unlock by achieving the Pokeball rank in the Battle Tower. If a Pokemon is born with the right nature, I will take out the parent from the daycare, give the Everstone to the baby, and put them back in the daycare with Ditto. From now on, the nature is covered. Every baby will have the perfect nature for me. Finally, every batch of eggs, I will review the babies through the Judge feature and slowly replace the parents with their babies if they have better IVs. Do not forget to transfer the held items when you do so. Then eventually, generation after generation, you will get that perfect baby. It will have the perfect IVs you're looking for, the right ability, and the right nature. Now it's time to move on to Eevee Training, which is not a subject I will tackle right now. This has been an introduction to Pokemon breeding. There are some other items that make passing down specific stats easier, but that's far too many details for me to get into right now. Gotta keep it simple. I am Nos from the Nerd Syndicate, and I hope this introduction will get more people into competitive Pokemon.